So we've seen this formula and this type of problem before. We've looked at compound interest, and we want to revisit it with this problem. So what I need to do is I'm going to let you read the problem on your own. You don't really need for me to read that to you. And I need to be able to identify each one of my labels. So the first thing I need to find is, I'm reading through and it says it takes $1,000 to grow. So that's going to be what I start with. So that's my principal. So that's going to be 1,000. And it says I want it to grow to be 3,600. So that's my desired accumulated value. So there's the A. So my A is going to be 3,600. I've got an 8%. So that's going to be my rate. Now remember, you need to write that as a decimal. So that's going to be 0.08. And then here's the key. It says compounded quarterly. So that means that my N is going to equal to 4, because there are 4 quarters in a year. So now, everything that I've written down for letters, I want to actually plug into the formula. So when I do that, I get 3,600 equals 1,000 times 1 plus 0.08 over 4, and then raised to the 4t. So I need to do some simplification. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to write what's on the inside, right? So I can simplify it, so it'll be 3,600 equals 1,000. Now I have 1 plus 0.08 divided by 4. Now if you can't just do that off the top of your head, please make sure that you actually calculate that with a calculator. So this is 1.02 to the 4t. Now I need to get the right hand side there by itself in the parentheses so I can do something about natural log. So I'm going to divide both sides by 1,000. So the 1,000s cancel. I've got the 0 and the 0. Then I've got 36 over 10. So that's going to be 3.6. And that's going to equal to 1.02 to the 4t. Now, if I want to find out what t is, what am I going to have to do? Well, I can take the natural log of both sides. So this would be ln of 3.6 equals the ln of 1.02 to the 4t. Now remember that exponent rule that we went over? It's been a little while, but we're going to take the exponent and we need to move it down in front, because remember we still have to find t. So that's going to give me the ln of 3.6 equals 4t ln 1.02. All right, now I can get t all by itself. So everything else I want to get rid of. So I'm going to divide by 4 ln 1.02. 4 ln 1.02. Now, we know that this is going to be an approximation because I'm dealing with natural logs. So I'm actually going to enter the 3.6, take the natural log, and when I've done that calculation, I get 16.171. Now, it says to the nearest tenth of a year. So if I need to the nearest tenth of a year, remember I come to the tenths place, I look at the number to the right to round. That's going to be 16.2 years.